Welcome back, fellow NASA HUNCH students and educators. My name is Miss Brittany Koger, and I am here to walk you through the investigation stations for our microgravity dice game. This is our third investigation station, so you should have already done the introduction and learned about our project. You should have done our weight and measurement for the different projects and dice to know the weight of all of these things that we're going to be using. And the magnet test was our last stations. Now we are getting into testing some dice today. All right, so for this first station, this is our probability dice roll. And when I talked to Miss Florence Gold, she is one of my NASA mentors that helps me with all of this and has helped me develop this curriculum for you guys. She was telling me that high school students that did this project rolled dice up to 100 times. So roll these dice as many times as you can. I did 10 just because I didn't have that much time with my students. I only have about an hour in my class with my students. So I did about 10 times on each one of these, and we rolled underhanded and overhanded for this one. So for this station, you are going to need a set of dice. Now you can partner your students up. You can do this individually. You can do this whole group. It is meant to be taught however you can. I did small groups of about 6, but each person at my group had a set of dice and a bowl to roll the dice in. And you're gonna want something to roll the dice in. Trust me when I tell you the dice will go across your room if you do not have something for them to roll it in. So a container, a bowl, something for them to just toss it into to help them keep up with the dice is all that we want to see. Now, what is probability? What does probability mean? It means how often is this number going to come up, okay? What is the probability? What is the chance that this number is going to come up more than once? Okay, so how many numbers is on a regular dice? A dice has 6 sides. So 1 through 6 is on each dice. So think, how many chances do I have of getting a 6 every single time when I roll this dice? Think about it. Talk about it with your students. How many times do we see 6 on this dice? Once. So out of 1 dice, I have the probability of getting 6 one time. I can only get it once. If I roll the dice, I might. 1 out of 6. I have a chance that I might get it. Now think about when you're adding 2 dice. What's your chance of getting a 6 with rolling 2 dice? What's the probability there? Talk about probability. Go into a probability lesson. There is some videos about dice probability that you should have already watched and seen in our other stations. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're just going to see how likely it is that this number is going to come up more than once. Do a hypothesis before you do all of these stations. Make sure that you go into thinking about what number is going to come up. What number do you think is going to come up the most when you are doing these stations? That's what we want to do, and that's what we want to think of. All right, so maybe my favorite number is 2. And I'm going to kind of pay attention to my 2s and how often I get a 2, all right? So I'm going to show you how I did this with my students. So you're going to take your bowl and you're going to have them roll them. You want to make sure you mix your dice up because we want our dice to act naturally in space. Now, they're not going to act, perfectly naturally because there is no gravity. There's going to be floating around, which is why we had talked about using magnets in our dice, all right? So I'm going to underhand it, roll. I got a 2 and a 4, and I would enter that in on my slide. I would write a 2 and a 4 for my first roll. Same thing. Pull it back out. Underhanded. Oh, I got a 2 and a 3. So far, I have seen 2 come up more than any other number. So I got a 2 and a 3 on that one. We're going to roll again. I got a 1 and a 5. Numbers I've not even seen yet. All right? And you're going to do this 10 times. I got 2 2s. Oh, yay. Doubles there. Woo! 2 2s. If I was a betting person, I would be going to Vegas today, and I would be betting on 2s because I have rolled several 2s. This is my 4th 2 that I have rolled so far, and I've only rolled 4 times. So, what was my probability there of getting a 2 each time? Good questions. All right. So, you're going to enter in all of that data. You're going to roll these 10 times a piece, at least 10 times. If you want to go to 20, you want to go to 30, whatever you have time for. If you want to do underhanded, overhanded 10 times, and then go back to it and do it again, that's fine as well. However much time your teacher allows you to have on this is what you want. All right, then underhanded this time, and we're rolling around again, and we're going to drop them in. Ooh, my very first roll, I got 2 6s. 2 6s, all right? So underhanded, 6 seems to be my number so far. All right, 2 6s, underhanded. You're not going to believe it. I got 2 5s. Oh, I need to go gamble today. I'm getting doubles. All right, playing Yahtzee. So got 2 5s that time. I'm gonna write down that information. I got a 2 and a 5. So 5 has come up the most so far because I've had a 5 3 times now. 2 was in my last one underhanded. I was getting 2s more, but at this time I've seen more 5s than 2s. So let's see if it changes with my 4th roll. Oh, yo, look, I got 2 3s. I got 2 3s on that one. So wow, that's really cool that I keep getting doubles. I had got doubles. I got students that got the same one over and over and over again. And then I had some students not get the same one hardly ever. They barely got 2 of the same numbers. So it was very random. But after you roll underhanded and overhanded and you record your data, talk about it with your group. Count what number is coming up the most. How many times did that number come up? What number is coming up the least, the smallest amount? Which one did you see the least at your table? Talk about it with your group. Talk about it, whole group, whatever you have to talk about it. Whoever is in your group to talk about it with. That's what you need to do. Discuss it. Talk about how that dice reacted when you threw it into the bowl. Did it bounce? Did it land directly? How high do you think it might have bounced? Those are things that you can talk about as well with your partners and people at your table or classmates at your table. But talk with it about your students. Try to figure out the probability of getting a number over and over and over with 2 dice. Write down all the information that you gathered from this station. And I hope you guys had fun with this one. Roll those dice as many times as you can, underhanded, overhanded. You can even try to move further away or closer, like I had students get close and then get further away. So it is up to you on however you wish to do this station. Just be rolling these dice and checking out how these dice roll naturally. That's what we want to see. We want to see how these dice roll naturally, all right? In our next station, we're going to be rolling dice. We're going to see how high they bounce when they land and see how high they go up. So you're going to need a partner with that one. But I hope you guys have fun with this one. Roll these dice as many times as you can. I cannot wait to see the information and what you came up with. I hope I see you at your next investigation station. See you guys. Have fun. I'll see you later.